Hello and good evening, all of you. A very warm welcome to Baiju's exam prep. Welcome to the another session of the daily quiz. First of all, a very happy Makar Sankranti to all of you. And moreover, today we have a Indian Army Day also. So let's start our discussion for today. So first question is here on your screen, and consider the following statements regarding the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, so here we have four statements. First statement: it provides a cover of rupees 5 lakhs per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization across public and private and paneled hospitals in India. Okay, second statement: it provides cashless access to health care services for the beneficiary at the point of service, that is the hospital. Okay, third statement: there is no restriction on the family size, age or gender. Fourth statement: it covers up to 3 days of pre-hospitalization and 15 days post hospitalization expenses such as diagnostic and medicines. I know this question is a very long one, so let's solve. So how many statements given above is or are correct here? Only one, only two, only three, all four. So how many statements are correct here? So my dear students, here first statement is right. Okay, second statement is also right, third is also right, and fourth is also right. So here we have all four statements. Okay, so D is the correct option. Okay, now why this question? Because today there is a press release, and this question can be related with your government policies and interventions in health also. Now what is the news here? So 30 crore Ayushman cards created under Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, so this is your news, and 6.2 crore free hospital admissions under scheme have saved out of pocket expenditure of more than 1.25 lakh crore of poor and vulnerable population. Okay, beneficiaries can create their Ayushman card from their mobile phone using Ayushman app, which has been downloaded 52 lakh times since its launch on 13th September 2023. Now this is your news, this is your context. Now let's understand more about this scheme. So Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, so as there is also in press release that this scheme was launched on 23rd September 2018 in Ranchi, which is in Jharkhand, by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. This is the world's largest health insurance or assurance scheme fully financed by the government. Okay, it provides a cover of rupees 5 lakh, okay, per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization across public and private empaneled hospitals in India. Now, my dear students, here is a homework for you. So, please mention in the comment box like what is the difference between secondary and tertiary care hospitalization. Okay, our team will definitely evaluate your answers. Okay. Now coming back to our discussion about the scheme, over 12 crore poor and vulnerable entitled families, approximately you can say 50 crore beneficiaries are eligible for these benefits. Okay. Moreover, this scheme provides cashless access to health care services for the beneficiary at the point of service, which is your hospital. So please remember that this is a cashless access to health. Okay, this also envisions to help mitigate catastrophic expenditure on medical treatment, which pushes nearly 6 crore Indians into poverty each year also. So basically this provides you what? Health facility with cash, without cash. Okay, it provides up to 3 days of pre-hospitalization and 15 days of post-hospitalization expenses such as diagnostics and medicines. Okay, there is no restriction on the family size, age or gender. All pre-existing conditions are covered from day one. Okay, benefits of the scheme are portable across the country. Okay, such that a beneficiary can visit any panel public or private hospital in India to avail cashless treatment. So please remember that this is a cashless treatment. Okay, so I hope this scheme is clear to you now. So please share your answers regarding the difference between tertiary and secondary healthcare services. Okay, now moving towards our second question here. Consider the following statements regarding the Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan. Okay, so here we have two statements. So it was launched for the socio-economic welfare of particularly vulnerable tribal group on 15th November 2023 on the occasion of Janjati Gaurav Divas. So in the first statement here, students, you have two facts here. One is the date of launch of this scheme and also this day. Okay, so you have to identify both these facts in a single statement. Okay, second statement, this scheme with a budget of approximately 24,000 crore focuses on 11 critical interventions through 9 ministries. Okay, so which of the above statement is or are incorrect here? Please focus here. That's why many of the questions students perform wrong, but here you have to read each and every question very carefully. Okay, so what are the options here? First only, second only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So here, my dear students, both are correct. Okay, it means this scheme was launched on 15th November 2023 and it focuses on which group? PVTG. Second fact is there that the day Janjati Gaurav Divas is celebrated on 15th November 2023. So both these facts in the first statement are correct. Okay, second statement is also right here. So it means which of the above statement is or are incorrect? Neither 1 nor 2. So as simple, D option is correct here. Okay. Now why this question? So let's see, actually this news is there in your press release also and Indian Express also, and this question can be related with your government policies and intervention. So let's see what is the news. So PM, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, to release first installment to 1 lakh beneficiaries of this scheme under PMAY, means Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin under PM Janman on 15 January, means today. Okay, so the same news is there in your Indian Express also. Now let's understand more about this scheme here. So in line with the Prime Minister efforts towards a vision of Antodaya to empower the last person of the last mile, this scheme PM Jan Man, means Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan, was launched for the socio-economic welfare of the PVTG group on 15th November 2023, and that day is also celebrated as the Janjati Gaurav Divas. Okay, so that's why first statement was right there. Okay, this scheme with a budget of 24,000 crore, okay, focuses on 11 critical issues or interventions through 9 ministries and is aimed to improve socio-economic conditions of PVTG by saturating PVTG households and habitations with basic facilities such as safe housing, clean drinking water, sanitation, improve access to education, health and nutrition, electricity, road and telecom connectivity, sustainable livelihood opportunities. That's why if you see here in the press release, first installment to 1 lakh beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin under PM Janman. So it means this scheme PM Janman is also related to what? Providing basic necessities related to households. Okay, to which group? PVTG. Please remember that. So this is your intro and this is your feature of the scheme. Okay, now you can see here PM Janman. Okay, so 18 states and 1 union territory, 75 PVTG communities, 24,000 crores are allocated, 7 lakh households are targeted, 28 lakh PVTG population, convergence with 9 ministries and 11 basic amenities. So this is your, you can say, a visionary initiative towards your tribal welfare by through this scheme. Okay, and here you can see what government wants to bring through this scheme. सबको पक्का घर, हर घर नल से जल, गांव गांव तक सड़क, ओके, हर घर बिजली, शिक्षा के लिए हॉस्टल, कौशल विकास, दूर दराज गांव तक मोबाइल मेडिकल यूनिट, सबको पोषण, उन्नत आजीविका, दूर दराज गांव तक मोबाइल नेटवर्क. Okay, so these are all the features you can say, and this is the vision towards tribal welfare through by government. Okay, so now moving towards our next question here. Which of the following are India's intermediate range ballistic missiles? Okay, so now you have to identify among these ballistic missiles which one is your intermediate range ballistic missiles. So Prithvi third, Agni second, Prahar, Agni third, Trishul or Milan. Okay, so here we have 6 kind of a missiles here you have to identify. Okay, this is a very factual one. So let's see how many of you are correct actually. So select the correct answers using the codes given below. Okay, 1, 3, 4 and 6 only. 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 5 only. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means all. So here we have this one and this one. These two, Agni second and Agni third, are your intermediate range ballistic missiles. Okay. Now, why this question? Because today there is a article in your Indian Express newspaper, and this question can be related to your science and tech also and defense also. Now, what is the news here? So, North Korea has launched ballistic missiles. Though this is your North Korea context, but yeah, we have framed the question based on India's context. Okay, though today is your Indian Army Day also, so let's celebrate our Indian Army based on this question. So, let's see understand about these ballistic missiles. So ballistic missiles are powered by rockets initially, but then they follow an unpowered free falling trajectory towards their targets. Now in the question I'm talking about intermediate range missiles. Okay, now let's understand how many range missiles are there. So short range ballistic missiles are there. They travel less than 1000 kilometers, approximately you can say that 620 miles. Okay, next one is your medium range ballistic missiles. Okay, they travel between 1000 to 3000 kilometers, approximately 620 to 1860 miles. Third one is your intermediate range ballistic missiles. Okay, they travel between 3000 to 5500 kilometers, approximately your 1860 to 3410 miles. And last one is your intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is also known as ISBMs, traveling more than 5500 kilometers. Okay, so these are your types of ballistic missiles. And if we talk about intermediate range ballistic missiles in India, then we have, as of now, 3. We have Agni second, Agni third and Agni fourth. Okay, towards our next question here. So here we have assertion based question here. So assertion is here: shield volcanoes are not steep, they become explosive if somehow water gets into the vent, otherwise they are characterized by low explosivity. Okay, so this is your assertion. Now what is the reason? These volcanoes are mostly made up of basalt. Okay, now what is this basalt? A type of lava that is very fluid when erupted. Okay, now you have to identify among the options, like, is this reason a correct reason of this assertion A? So both A and R are true, and R is a correct explanation of A. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C option: A is true but R is false. D option: A is false but R is true. So which option is correct here? This one. Okay, both statements are right, both assertion and reason are right, and R means reason is the correct explanation of assertion A. Now why this question here? Because today there is an article, not an article, but yeah, there is a snapshot here in the Indian Express, and this question can be related to your geography portion also. And here is a news: volcano erupts in Iceland. So that's why we have picked up this question. Now you can also read more about this volcanoes from your NCERT, from your basic standard books also. So now let's understand what is this shield volcano, which we have discussed in the question. So barring the basalt flows, the shield volcanoes are the largest of all the volcanoes on the earth. Okay, the Hawaiian volcanoes are the most famous examples. Okay, these volcanoes are mostly made up of basalt, a type of lava that is very fluid when erupted. That's why these volcanoes are not steep. Okay, and they become explosive if somehow water gets into it. Otherwise, they are characterized by low explosivity. Okay, the upcoming lava moves in the form of a fountain. Okay, and throws out the cone at the top of the vent and develops into cinder cone, as you can see here, cinder cone here. Okay, now my dear students, here is again an homework for you. You have to tell me, you have to share your answers in the comment section, that recently this volcano which has erupted in Iceland, you have to share your answers regarding what is the type of this volcano in Iceland. Okay, so please share your answers, our team will definitely evaluate them. Now Here we have a previous year question from 2022. Okay, and the question is related to your history part. So, Yoga Vashisht was translated into Persian by Nizamuddin Panipati during the reign of which Mughal emperor here? So, here we have Akbar also, Humayun, Shah Jahan, and Aurangzeb. So, Akbar is the correct option here. Okay, now Yoga Vashisht, also known as Maharamayana, okay, stand out as a historically significant and influential syncretic philosophical text within Hinduism. Okay, during the reign of Akbar, okay, Nizamuddin Panipati, Akbar's Mir Bakshi translated this profound text into Persian. Okay, dated between the 6th and 7th centuries Common Era to the 14th and 15th centuries Common Era. Yoga Vashisht is a Hindu philosophical and spiritual work, although commonly attributed to Maharishi Valmiki. The actual author remains unknown. Okay. The extensive text comprises over 29,000 verses, while a condensed version known as Lagu Yoga Vashishtham contains 6,000 verses. Okay, so this is all about your question. And moreover, here Yoga Vashisht also imparts its teachings through structured narratives and fables with a philosophical underpinning similar to Advaita Vedanta. Now, my dear students, again an homework for you. You have to tell me, you have to share your answers in the comment section, like what is the meaning of this or what is the philosophy of this Advaita Vedanta. Okay. Now, coming to back to our Yoga Vashisht description, it is notably associated with the Drishti Shrishti subschool of Advaita, asserting that the entire world of thing is the object of mind. Okay, the text is renowned for elucidating the principles of Maya and Brahman, exploring non-duality and delving into the realms of yoga. In the 15th century, the abbreviated version of the text was translated into Persian. Now, fact of the day for today. So here we have a fact of the day: state of the art AI, means artificial intelligence supported telemedicine mobile clinic launched for remote hilly areas in Udhampur. Okay, so Union Minister of State, Independent Charge, Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh launched state-of-the-art artificial intelligence support telemedicine mobile clinic, Arogya Doctors on Wheel, for remote hilly areas of Ramnagar region in Udhampur districts of Jammu and Kashmir. So thank you so much for attending this session for today. Now again, here is a quick announcement for all of you. If you want to be a part of your UPSC Civil Services examination and you have doubts related to your books and approach, then here we have a one-to-one counseling session. So if you want to resolve your doubts, then please reach out to us by filling a Google form, which is available in our pinned comment also and description box also. Thank you so much for attending. Goodbye and happy Makar Sankranti. Thank you so much.